Hello, I am back with another flip through of Hello, I am back with another journal flip through. This one is from my latest vacation to Cuba, Cayo Largo, which happened past January. I was holding off on doing a flip through for this because I'm missing quite a bit of pictures. Like, I usually make photo grids of my vacation pictures, and when I printed this lot, there were so many that I was printing that I missed some, or I didn't print some, or I didn't include it in my grids. So some of my favorite pictures didn't print, and I was holding off until I had them. But now that the whole city is shut down, and I don't own a printer, so I haven't been able to print it. But I thought I'd just share that with you. I'm sure you get the gist of the idea anyways. This is also the last 3 visits to this island. I've been to different hotels in the island, and I decided I would put them all together because they're all in individual booklets. I thought it would be a good idea to put them together just to keep them organized and, you know, make sure I don't lose any of them. And it also allows me to attach things like this. This is a necklace I bought on my second trip that broke. And I've never been able to find another one in this color, so I thought I'd just keep it. I kind of wish I thought of this earlier and, you know, planned this out better, because I had a beautiful anklet that also broke that I could have attached to this. But anyways, next time. So covers made from, again, the vomit envelope that you get on the airplane. The spine's just strengthened, I guess, with the, what is this? The tickets that you get when you check in your baggage. Just held with a little piece of ribbon there, so you can see here. I try to use everything from the trip to make the journals, so typically the covers are almost always an e-ticket printout. This is my first trip, second trip e-ticket printout, and surprise, the third one as well. So there is that. There was a lot of anxiety going there because me and my friend was all kind of blur. You know, 2019 was kind of a blur year for both of us. You see, missing pictures, so annoying to me. Another thing I tried to do this year when I went was I took a notebook with me, and I tried to do some journaling while I was there, because a lot of this is, you know, reminiscing the memories and what happened, and, you know, looking back on it, whereas this is really a snapshot of that moment and that feeling, and it's quite fun to read back on them. So I definitely will continue to do that for my future journals as well. We went to the marina tour, which happens with every visit, and the tour guide was so entertaining for us. He fed chicken to fish, and these fish were so big, they just jumped out and grabbed all the chicken. It was so funny. We met the crocodile whisperer lady. She swims with them, she feeds them, but because he had been fed just before our visit, he didn't come. But at one point he did appear, so creepy, like he was suddenly there, and there was a tiny turtle. You can't see it in this picture, but there was a tiny turtle, and if there was no turtle, we would have never known he was there. This time around, and we went to the turtle sanctuary. They have a little sanctuary that, you know, saves the turtle eggs and then incubates them and releases them into the wild. And they had an albino turtle. Albino, it's a thing. So cute. Yeah, liquor, obviously. I went for a walk every day along the beach, because, I mean, I came for the beach. The scenery is so beautiful, and somebody gifted me, one of the workers gave me this flower that they make from palm tree leaves. Oh, it's huge. I have it. It's like this big. It's beautiful craftsmanship. I don't know how they do it, but there you go. Trying to do some beach whaling, which I don't almost always do. We had this time was particular because we had an excursion planned which got cancelled due to high tide. But in retrospect, that was the lowest tide of the week. When we actually went to the excursion, the tide was so tall that the boat was shaking. It was kind of terrifying, but one of a kind experience, I suppose, as well. memorabilia, our itinerary, notes, 5-hour internet card. Like these ties that you see here, you can't tell, but they were as tall as I was, and I'm like 5'8". So we went to the party. Missing picture! Missing picture! Oh, okay. And this is kind of like the tide you can't see, but it was really, really tall. Like I was a few feet away, and it's still very tall here. So this day also the trip got cancelled. But when we actually went, the tide was so high, the boat was shaking. But I guess, well, might as well, right? We went to an island full of iguanas. They just had iguanas, and they just come up to you and just take bread from you. And then we fed some lobster leftovers, and saw like saltfish just gather from out of nowhere. It was amazing. More notes from paradise. This was the last day. Our little cleaning lady gave us a little goodbye thank you note. Case of whatever. Doesn't look that way, but my friend and I actually tanned. I mean, I was more visibly tan than she was, but she didn't tan at all, so she was tanned by her standards. And then I went for a walk on the beach. That walk on the beach that they do in movies is garbage, because I went and I got practically eaten alive by mosquitoes there. So came back. Oh, you can see here that it's just glued to, I don't know, some magazine paper. Journalings there. Came back. It was raining. It was warmer, but it was raining. So that is that. That is my trip to Cayo Largo. I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for watching.